What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Joseph Robert, the Fantasy Football Counselor. Welcome to a very interesting fantasy football mock draft where I do it with you guys, the listeners. Yes, mock draft with you, the listeners, on Fantrax.com. Now, what makes this one so interesting is that we're drafting from the 12th position, and when I did this mock draft, I'm drafting with you listeners, so you guys took my robust RBs. So I had to improvise on this episode, on this mock draft, okay? So it doesn't typically look like what it usually looks like when I draft. And I like either a Cam Akers or Najee Harris, at least in the first round, and you guys sniped them because I'm drafting against people that listen to my content. Now, understand, guys, people are going robust RB, but not quite as extensive as this particular video you're gonna see. Very interesting. We draft from the 12th pick. I had to improvise. Check this out, cool video. And by the way, Fantrax.com/FFC, Fantrax.com/FFC, if you guys want to get in on mock drafts with me in the future and be entered to win a Christian McCaffrey signed jersey draw the end of June. Okay, guys? Fantrax.com/FFC. Enjoy this mock draft. And again, you guys really screwed me on this one, taking my running backs in the first round. Enjoy the mock draft.
Taking off the gloves, I've had enough, it's in my blood. I was born for this.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert Camo, the Fantasy Football Counselor. Super excited here. We are doing a fantasy football mock draft, drafting from the 12th position here. We're going to do the first 5 rounds here on YouTube. I'm going to continue the rest of the draft with the listeners here. Now, this is a listeners mock draft. As you can see, they're piling in. This time I told them to change their name here as they come in by just going to my team and settings, and they're able to change their name. So we're going to get here, get going started in about 2 minutes. Now, if you guys want in on these mock drafts and also a huge giveaway, I'm going to pop the picture here. You can see it right here. CMC jersey giveaway, everybody. If you guys want in on a CMC jersey, go register right now, and you can do your year-long leagues here as well on Fantrax. That's fantrax.com/FFC. That's FANTRAX.com/FFC. You're automatically entered to win a CMC jersey. So super exciting, guys. All you gotta do is register. And when you actually register, everybody, when you actually register at fantrax.com/FFC, when I drop a link for these mock drafts, you can have the, you can get in super quick, right? Because I'll be like, hey guys, swipe up, get in the mock draft, and it'll automatically take you to, you already signed up, right? Whereas other people have to sign up. It takes a couple seconds longer, and you have that advantage. So I want to be mock drafting a little bit more with everybody, with the fans, with the listeners. That's what we're doing right here, right now. So I'm going to give you guys a foundation. We're going to do the first 5 rounds here on YouTube. And of course, guys, I'm going to continue on with the listeners. So make sure you guys subscribe, leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Now, if you want the full solution, you want to know who to draft in each round, get the 16-round draft solution, guys, at thefantasyfootballaccounts.com. Go. It's going to help you guys crush your leagues. I walk you through a bulletproof roster, a bulletproof way to dominate your draft. The sneaky 7, sleepers, breakouts, which rookies to draft, when to draft them. I targeted guys like Justin Jefferson last year. Told you to stay away from guys like Michael Thomas. I know what's up, guys. I see patterns. I see trends. I'm light years ahead of the mainstream consensus, okay? If you guys want me in your corner, get the 16-round draft, which is linked here below on YouTube, or head on over to thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. Also, final thing, manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLINE, save yourself 20%. Go get some amazing products now. Remember, use that promo code SHOWERLION. All right, plugs are done, shoutouts are done, and again, fantrax.com/FFC to be entered to win this amazing CMC jersey, okay? All right, let's go on here. We are going to start the draft. Got the draft board up here. Let's see if people are in the room. Yep. Yeah, we see we have a guy here who's being a smartass already. Talking in the chat room, trying to be funny, being dirty. Hey, listen, sometimes you get those guys in here. I put up the mock draft link, and then you're going to get some a-holes in the league. But hey, that's what happens in reality, right? Sometimes you get a-holes in your reality league, and clearly we have one here in the draft as well. Being rude here. So what up, Counselor Nation? So we got real people here. We got Smoke, yeah, these guys, Drink a Forte, Smoke a Bowie, Drink a Forte. Yeah, if you guys remember Bowie, Zach Daddy, all these people are in here. It's going to be an interesting mock draft here. So first off the board here, Saquon Barkley, clearly listening to Council Nation. a guy that's got a high ceiling. So I'm going to critique the first 5 rounds, guys. High ceiling, Saquon Barkley. CMC coming off injury, coming off number 2. If you're in the car, I'm going to walk you through this. It's going to be very easy, okay? Christian McCaffrey coming in number 2, understandably so due to volume, but it is a different offense. You're not going to get the Christian McCaffrey from a couple years ago, also coming off injury, right? Saquon Barkley's in a new offense, slightly, but he's got Daniel Jones, who's kind of built that rapport for years. They finally got receivers, improved that O-line. I'm excited about Saquon Barkley bouncing back and having a good year, okay? Dalvin Cook coming off at number 3. I'm hesitant on Dalvin Cook. I'll tell you why. Simply for the fact that he still has not finished a season. That's number 1. And number 2, he's coming off Cinderella seasons, right? And the fact of the matter is, if you're coming off Cinderella seasons, there's a chance of a decline. I mean, he is just so close to another injury. I hate to predict injuries, but he is probably overdue. Alvin Kamara coming at number 4 from Racky 2000. Racky, what's up, man? Alvin Kamara, smart choice, although I personally staying away simply for the fact that he had an inflated game in week 16 with 56.2 points. And of course, different quarterback, different situation. I'm wondering how much volume he's going to get. And if you've got Taysom Hill, if he gets in, he's going to steal some of that goal line work. Derrick Henry coming in at number 5 from Big Lou. Big Lou, nice pick there. I mean, I would almost be tempted to go with him first overall. They got a high-octane offense. They got Julio Jones now. They're to distract the defenses. Love this pick. Great value here at number 5, Mr. Consistent. Zeke Elliott. I mean, this is a smart pick as well. You're looking at a guy who had a recession last year with 244 attempts. Look for a major incline this year as he gets implemented a little bit more. The return of Dak. It could be really, really good things here for Zeke Elliott going into the season, okay? So I like this pick as well. Now I'm going to be queuing up. We're going 12th, guys, so I'm going to be queuing up, a running back here. So I'm going to filter here by running backs and see what comes up. Take a quick glance at the chat here, see if everyone's being rude, everyone's being cool. It's just showing you the picks here. Now, you guys can host your draft. It's way more customizable. You can have up to 2 quarterbacks in this. You make it super customizable. You can actually have tight ends worth more. So super, super customizable, guys, on fantrax.com/FFC. I'm not going to be going back and using the conventional Yahoos and ESPNs. I'm going to be switching over to Fantrax fully this year. I've used them before, but they are really stepping up their game this year. And I'm going to be using them totally customizable. And this is where we're going to be hosting our Listeners League, if you guys aren't aware of that. And to enter for the Listeners League, all you got to do is get the 60-round draft solution, and you guys are eligible for a draw to be in the 12-person Listeners League hosted by myself. Now, I'm a little pissed off. These are definitely my listeners because I see Najee Harris come off the board and Cam Akers. I am livid right now. I am livid. So let's recap. Saquon, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Zeke Elliott, Najee Harris, Cam Akers. All my running backs are gone. Jonathan Taylor. And yes, these are my listeners listening here, and they're following my strategy through robust RB strategy. But understand, guys, that a lot of people, even when I do mock drafts with average Joes, no pun intended, I'm not average, guys. Come on, I'm the counselor. But once you have average Joes, guys, running backs are still coming off the board relatively early. So I'm SOL, like literally, because my game plan typically is to go Cam Akers later and come back with Najee Harris. You guys can hear the siren. And these guys got me. I mean, this is what happens when people follow my strategy. This is why I don't do leagues anymore, because everybody follows my... See, like Nick Chubb and Eckler, if it was any other group, they would have drafted these guys. So I am really SOL here. When you draft against other people that follow your strategy, you're stuck. Who am I going to draft? Because I don't trust anybody else. Oh my God, I would have definitely went Cam Akers. I'm almost beat up my own game. Let's take a quick glance at wide receivers, and I hate to do this, but man, I'm going to roll with Stephon Diggs. So there you go. Stephon Diggs is the best wide receiver there. And again, I go robust RB, but they took the running backs. I literally don't trust Chubb with Kareem Hunt there. I really don't. Austin Eckler, I don't trust. You could go Aaron Jones. I got to go Josh Jacobs. Like, I don't know who else to go. He's the starter. I'm not sold on Drake being the guy there, but I had to improvise here, and I went with the best wide receiver on the board with the highest ceiling, and I went with Josh Jacobs simply because I'm drafting against other. This is a curveball. This is unbelievable. Typically, like I said, when I'm drafting against other people, you got, Austin Eckler come off the board. You have other wide receivers come off the board. You get Nick Chubb come off the board. And usually, like, Cam Akers falls. But understand, guys, Najee Harris and Cam Akers' ADP is actually rising. So it's not a surprise. So going 12th could actually work towards your disadvantage. And that's why we're doing this mock draft, right? I'm actually going to go in here and comment, you guys took my guys. Damn. So there you go. I just dropped a line in there. Yeah, they took my guys, man. But typically, again, you're seeing Cam Akers, Najee Harris come off the board a little bit earlier. Jonathan Taylor, all of the workhorses pretty much gone. Now, Jonathan Taylor is going to be contending with, guys, he's going to be contending with Marlon Mack and Nyheim Hines a little bit. Going to be a bit of a pest. So if I got to come back, I don't know if Montgomery's going to fall to me. He is still in contention to be a running back workhorse. Now, understand, guys, I do have sleeper running backs that I've got in my arsenal, which I'm going to be drafting later. Guys like Michael Carter, other guys that could potentially break out, which I explain in the 16-round draft solution. So I've always got a backup plan for a backup plan. So we're talking fantasy football draft strategy. You guys got to implement that as well and have a backup plan for a backup plan, okay? Making sure you are covered if the running backs are gone. And understand, if you draft first, coming back around, as we snake back around, understand that literally, if you go Saquon or Christian McCaffrey, like, you're going to be looking at like the David Montgomerys and guys like that. Okay. So you're going to be losing guys like your Cam Akers, Najee Harris's a little bit early on, Jonathan Taylor's and Zeke's, right? They're all going to be coming off, and you're going to be dealing with guys that are a little bit suspect at the running back position. And it gets very slim and trim very fast at the running back position. And you're going to see the guys that went running back going robust looking for their second or possibly third running back. So it's going to get very slim and trim at the running back position. So I'm going to improvise and get sometimes the best player available. So, you know, when you're going up against people that know your strategy, it's very, very hard to win. And that's why, again, I was doing a lot of these Instagram leagues and stuff like that. And literally, like, people were reaching on players that I like because I know they're going to do well. And they would take the guys right in front of me. So I'm like, yeah, these guys listen to my stuff. They've got my 16-round draft solution, so I'm kind of SOL. And that's kind of the problem when everybody starts following your stuff, and it's hard to compete against people, right? It becomes a little harder when you're training lions out there in the field. So again, guys, so let's continue on with the strategy. Going in the first round here in second. So we went, let's recap. Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Zeke Elliott, Najee Harris, Cam Akers, Jonathan Taylor, Devontae Adams, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Very early there. I mean, he's been falling. I'm surprised he went as early as the 11th pick. Stephon Diggs, Josh Jacobs to start off the second round. Went Diggs and Jacobs back-to-back. DeAndre Hopkins coming off the board. Nick Chubb, Travis Kelce. Very early for a tight end, although I understand his return on investment simply because he performs very well. Antonio Gibson every year. Antonio Gibson, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson, and Austin Eckler coming off the board here. Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, probably not a guy that follows my stuff at all in here. So everybody really quiet in the chat. I see picks coming off, someone laughing at my comment. You give it good advice, so people laughing at my comments. And then this guy is saying, I thought you said you wouldn't draft a wide receiver first. You guys took my RBs. Damn it. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Oh man, you guys, unbelievable. So we're moving on here. We're coming to the end of the second round. I see DK Metcalf coming off the board, and then we're going to see who comes off the board after that. So as you can see, guys, a lot of people strategized here and went with the robust RB draft. That's okay. It's a mock draft. It's fine. I'm organizing these listener leagues. People listen to my stuff. It is what it is. So I'm going to take that as a compliment for sure. So moving on here, let's recap second round. Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Hopkins, Nick Chubb, Travis Kelce, Antonio Gibson, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson, Austin Eckler, DK Metcalf. One more pick away from rounding out the second round. So again, we're doing a full 5 rounds. So let's take a look here. As you can see, this is why I say go robust RB. It gets really slim and trim. Again, there is sleepers here at the running back position. I'm going to give you one right now. I do like Javonte Williams taking that job there in Denver, but again, it's a bit of a gamble. When we look at wide receivers, there's so many wide receivers, it's not even funny. I mean, look, wide receiver one. We're getting into the third round, guys. Wide receiver one. From A.J. Brown to Michael Thomas to Allen Robinson, for those listening in the car. Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, 1, 2, 1B, right? Adam Thielen, right? I mean, he could still be the wide receiver one. Deontay Johnson, Kenny Galladay, Cooper Kupp, DJ Moore, I think Robbie Anderson's the guy there. DJ Chark, we got Jamar Chase probably down here. We got Elijah Moore. I can go Jalen Waddle. There's so many guys that are wide receiver ones or could be wide receiver ones available. And that's why I don't go wide receiver, although I mean, I just had to, based on ADP, get the best wide receiver simply because all these guys were gone. I didn't trust Aaron Jones. I don't trust Nick Chubb. I may have went Aaron Jones here. Could have went Aaron Jones and Jacobs. I just personally don't like those guys at all. So, yeah, I just dodged them. Okay. So, starting off the third round, we got DeAndre Swift, and everybody's kind of pacing themselves, taking their time. Real people in here, real fans, taking their time with their picks. George Kittle coming off the board way too early for a tight end. There goes Darren Waller. Now, I actually may break my own rule here because I am really tempted at Hawkinson this year simply because they don't have a wide receiver. So I'm going to take a look here at tight end. I mean, Andrews, Hawkinson are sitting here. Kyle Pitts, I think he can fall if I wait on him. There's a good chance. I'm almost tempted. Quarterback, there's a slew and a ton of quarterbacks available here. Since I lost on running backs, maybe get the best available quarterback, Pat Mahomes. Again, listen, I really wait on quarterback. I like Justin Herbert later, Russell Wilson. Tons of value here at quarterbacks. Remarkable. Ryan Tannehill, Matt Ryan. There's so many good quarterbacks available that I really don't have to invest early, okay? So there's David Montgomery coming off the board. So starting off the third round, ending the second round, I went Metcalf and Keenan Allen. Then starting off the third round, by the way, I love Keenan Allen simply because of Justin Herbert. I also like Josh Palmer as a sleeper later. And then DeAndre Swift comes off the, first in the third round. Now, again, I don't trust Swift. I don't trust the Lions. I've already been flirting with other running backs. It's going to be a bit of a committee. Williams there as well. I personally do not trust DeAndre Swift and that offense. Again, do not trust him. So third round, I understand the value, but I'm personally staying away. George Kittle, Darren Waller, the third pick here in the third round. David Montgomery, and then J.K. Dobbins here for the fifth pick in the third round, okay? Dobbins, another guy I don't trust. You're looking at Lamar Jackson, he's going to take a lot of rushing attempts. He's going to get a lot of rushing yards and hoard some rushing touchdowns, okay? Joe Mixon, another guy, absolutely do not trust. Pinnacle year 2018, around 243 fantasy points, 8 touchdowns. Again, I'm rhyming this off the top of my head here because I remember stats. I know these guys very well. I've done the research, done the homework. Joe Mixon, years to wow me. I'm not wowed. Looking at a throw-first team this year with the weapons. Now, you can make an argument that they've got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They've got a decent receiving core now, and it's going to open things up for Joe Mixon. Yeah, true, and Bernard being gone and all that, I'm personally not sold on Mixon being a great back. I'm just not. So that's why I'm going to stay away. Taking a quick glance at the chat. Everybody quiet. Everybody focused. Someone saying George Kittle end up on IR again. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, guys coming off injuries, guys that have shown signs of injuries, guys that have been injured, always a suspect question mark, okay? So Joe Mixon coming off with the 6th pick in the third round, then Terry McLaurin, and then Pat Mahomes coming off here, near the late third round, okay? Pretty decent value for him, but again, a ton of quarterbacks. So going back to running backs, let's see if we can scoop up some good running backs here. Again, it's very trim. Even going 12th, I was very thin at running back, very, very thin. And I question, and I always go robust RB, and I never get to a situation where my RB2 is a suspect running back and major question marks. It never really happens like this. It's very rare. So, I mean, I don't really want to reach on Javonte Williams as much as I believe in him. I still think I can get him later. James Robinson, I mean, do we believe the coaching staff? Do we believe the Jacksonville Jaguars organization saying that he's going to be the workhorse? And ATN is going to be the receiving back? I never believe what coaches say, although James Robinson, without ATN there, primed for a big season, but again, a little bit of a turnoff there because of that situation. So based on, situation, technically Mike Davis is probably the safest guy here, but I don't like him either. I really don't like him. I really don't like him at all because, I'm not sold on him being the full workhorse running back. So again, let's take a quick look at tight end. I hate doing this. Mark Andrews is primed for a big season. I really am breaking my own rules here. But again, I'm trying to get the best player available. Take a quick glance at wide receiver here. Allen Robinson, Mike Evans. Again, I'm trying to get a running back here. But again, you're looking at committees. You're looking at situations where these guys are not primed for a full workhorse running back situation. And it's really, really suspect. I mean, you could make an argument for Carson here. But, he's kind of primed for the big season, but he always gets hurt. And he's not a guy that I want to target. But I really have no choice. Everybody else is in a committee. I had to go James Robinson here. I got to tell everybody, drafting Drafting with people with the same strategy is tough. With the same plan is tough. LOL. I mean, it really is when you have everybody with a similar strategy. So I've never had a team look like this, but hey, it could be a good thing sometimes, man. Some of these guys go off. I had to go with a running back here. James Robinson was there. I literally I think, other guys could finish ahead of him, but I'm really going to try to get my sleepers later in this draft, my Michael Carters and guys like that. Guys that could potentially be the running back one on the team to make up for this catastrophic start. Although, again, I've got a top tight end, right? I've got an ace wide receiver. I've got 2 running back ones. Theoretically, you've got Kenyon Drake and ATN there breathing down their necks. And that's why robust RB. And I want to hammer this, guys, in your heads, guys, so you understand. Saquon Barkley, no competition. Christian McCaffrey, no competition. Dalvin Cook, no competition. Kamara, all these guys, Najee Harris, have no competition. So, this is why it's so imperative that you have to get a workhorse running back and try to get as many as you can. And again, in all mock drafts that I'm doing, literally, honestly, it's whatever color that is, in this case, it's like purpley blue. That's the color that's coming off, and you can see it on top of the board. All running backs coming off the board, lit up like a Christmas tree, okay? Let's recap round 3, and we're going to go into round 4 here. DeAndre Swift, George Kittle, Darren Waller, David Montgomery, J.K. Dobbins, Joe Mixon, Terry McLaurin, Pat Mahomes, A.J. Brown. Don't like A.J. Brown as much now with Julio there. Michael Thomas, Miles Sanders. I went Mark Andrews, James Robinson, Allen Robinson, second pick in the 4th round. Mike Evans, and then Adam Thielen. So, guys, as you can see here, a lot of the running backs are gone. I'm going to be looking for a quarterback coming back. Hopefully I can secure myself Justin Herbert. I doubt he's going to be coming back. But again, there's a ton of options like Ryan Tannehill, Matt Ryan, and all that. There's a ton of people. Okay, guys? All right, let's keep going here. Yeah, I mean, I could have easily went Hawkinson there. Mark Andrews a little more consistent. Good question there in the comments. I could have easily went Hawkinson, but Mark Andrews there when you have to make a decision. Mark Andrews has a little more proven track record in points, so I went with the best available tight end, although Hawkinson could definitely supersede him for sure. I'm just going to let him know I answer this. I answer this in the video. Check out tomorrow. So I'm going to be posting this tomorrow. If you guys are watching it, obviously this was the night before. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to put it up. So let's go round 4 here. Just a reminder, guys, if you guys, fantrax.com/FFC, go sign up, create an account, host your leagues here. Free to sign up. You are entered for the CMC Christian McCaffrey signed jersey giveaway. That's fantrax.com/FFC. All right, guys? And get that 16-round draft solution because you're going to be in an amazing position to succeed. All right, so James Robinson, Allen Robinson, Josh Allen, Mike Evans, Adam Thielen, Julio Jones, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Carson, Kyle Pitts, Amari Cooper, and Kareem Hunt. And we got one more pick in the 4th round. Then we're going to do the 5th round. And then we're going to call it a day. Now, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Amazing content to help you guys crush your league. Do not listen to the mainstream consensus, the consensus. They will lead you astray. Do not believe what they say. They lied last year. They said Michael Thomas, top 5 picks. They said Clyde Edwards-Helaire, mid-first round pick. They were all hyped up on him. And I said, if it's too good to be true, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, it is. And I warned against that volume. I said the volume might not be there, right? I warned against a lot of things, and there's the Austin Eckler, the Kenyon Drake, the Odell Beckham 3rd round, and they suggested Odell Beckham in the 1st round. So 16 rounds, guys, gets rid of all your Concheapsis problems and helps you guys adopt the lion mentality, okay? So Cooper Kupp rounds out the round 4. Now, I really like this offense here. Tons of upside. He went with TJ Hawkins. Very nice. But Swift is not a guy I'm high on, but again, he had no options here with the 1st pick, okay? Let's take a look at this team here. Second team, Christian McCaffrey, DK Metcalf, George Kittle, Kareem Hunt. As you can see, guys, everybody running slim and trim at running back, not able to secure some ace running backs. Everybody just hoarding those running backs. And again, this could be simply because they are the Council Nations listeners, so you're not going to get that type of volume with the running backs. That, again, I should just do a typical mock draft with just anybody, and you're going to see that, Najee Harris would have probably fell to me. I could have probably went Cam Akers and Najee Harris back-to-back there. Would have been amazing, okay? You see T.J. Hawkinson, Chris Godwin, Kyler Murray coming off the board here. This guy, what's his name? The Claneros? Hey, what does that sound like? Well, I can't even see that. Tito Cisneros. Sorry. I said Claneros. I can't even read. See, I had to get close. It's a CIS, Cisneros. I thought it was CL. Klesneros. Okay, I got you. What up, Tito? He went Kyler Murray there. Deontay Johnson coming off the board from Racky 2000. I got to wear my glasses here. Big Lou, Kenny Golladay coming off the board. Kenny Galladay's awesome, great. I mean, I think Daniel Jones is going to have a big year. It all depends on how much volume Kenny G gets. That's going to be very interesting to see for sure. What else is coming out? Who else is coming off the board here? This guy went Zeke, Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon, CeeDee Lamb. Clearly doesn't listen to my stuff with Joe Mixon. But, hey, Joe Mixon could have a safe year. And, again, if you're, third round, there isn't much to choose from. Russell Wilson, nice pick there. I like that a lot. Take a quick glance at the comments, see what's going on here. Okay, yeah, everyone's just so focused on the draft. All right, we're going to round out round 5, guys. Again, make sure you guys subscribe, leave a thumbs up. Very important, guys. And let me know what you guys think of the draft. Again, typically it may not look like this, but it may, because a lot of people are going with those robust RBs early, okay? If you're listening in the car, I'm going to recap the 5th round. And make sure you guys do get that 16-round draft solution, guys. I implore you guys, go ahead and do that. You will be very, very happy people in your drafts. Because, again, in that solution, I give you a backup plan for a backup plan and a backup plan for that, okay? You always got to have a strategy. You always have to game plan, and you're going to be set and to dominate your leagues, okay? Again, I'm not happy with Josh Jacobs. It's a guy that wanted to fight me in reality, have a boxing match, then blocked me, and then he said, F your fantasy teams. But, hey, the guy's got to have a good year, because any player that hates fantasy, it's like, dude, you got to perform. So we are rooting for you to perform. So if you hate fantasy, then you really hate your own stats. Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, I know what they mean. They mean, don't bug me about your fantasy teams, and I get it, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, you got to care somewhat, okay? Recap the fifth round, and we're up. So Hawkinson, Godwin, Kyler Murray, Deontay Johnson, Kenny Galladay, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, Robert Woods, Myles Gaskin, Tyler Lockett, and Justin Herbert. My quarterback got sniped. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to reach here. I hate Mike Davis this year. Oh, my goodness. I'm just going to go Javonte Williams, assuming he's going to take that job. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to hold off because Michael Carter can come back later. Let's go quarterback, get my ace quarterback here. Man, I think Tannehill will come back. I don't trust Lamar Jackson that much. I really don't. Aaron Rodgers has such a pinnacle year. Hard to trust him. I don't trust Hurts. I don't trust Burrow. Don't trust Stafford. I mean, Tannehill could be safe here. Let's take a quick glance at wide receiver. DJ Moore, I don't trust. These guys will all come back. I'm going to go Chark. He's a wide receiver 1, potentially. Tough to see. I got a tight end. They took my quarterbacks. I'm reaching here, but I went Ryan Tannehill. Yes, I'm reaching. I am reaching. You guys took my guys. All right, so I had to reach a little bit there. But, hey, I'm okay. I'm okay with these guys. Javonte Williams, I just wanted a running back that could be a potential wide receiver, or running back 1. And I know these guys are going to take them from me because I know I like them by the time I got back with another 24 picks. Again, I'm not sold on Melvin Gordon being the guy. So I just went with a wild card here. Running backs very slim and trim. Michael Carter also in a good position to succeed. I was going to go Chark, too. I didn't think they'd take him, but I like the opportunity there with Chark. Obviously, these guys listen to me, but I don't like the Miles Sanders here, and the Clyde was there for this guy. So that's it, guys. Those are 5 rounds. Fantrax.com/FFC. Go create an account. This is where you should be hosting your leagues. Go do that right now, guys. All right? I'm out. Subscribe, and I got to continue with the draft for the listeners, guys. All right? I'm rolling out. We'll talk soon.